Hello, fine viewers. Bad Fat Panda here, and I have another gameplay for you. This is a Starcraft match. Yay! So, recently I've been playing a fair amount of Starcraft as it was like that intermittent period where Black Ops sucked and I forgot how awesome Modern Warfare 2 was. Sad statement, but it's true. And I started playing around with Starcraft as one of my friends introduced the game to me, and I sort of got hooked in because, I don't know, I am a PC gamer at heart, so, and that is still way too loud. 6% like a boss. I've never played with music on, you know, I don't know, I don't really know why. I've turned music off. I guess it annoyed me in the beginning. Instead of adjusting the sound levels, I decided that, hey, you know what, I'm not going to play with it. So this is a match, it's a TVP. I am playing the T, and we have BillyBanana playing the P. And I'm going to go select opening. It's a 1-Rax FE. I'm going to include a replay in the description where Select does it himself. It's pretty much all he does on ladder, or at least all I've seen him do on ladder against Protoss when I watch his replays. So he has quite a large amount of success with it, as he is a complete ladder beast. Hasn't been doing as well. I guess he hasn't been making as many appearances in tournaments, so he doesn't have the as much opportunity to do well as he used to. But his ladder win rate is like 70% or something crazy like that. So pretty beast. As far as the opening goes out, I'm scouting for cheese here. Just I don't know. I get cheesed a lot by Protoss usually. Although I did get 6-pulled 2 times the other day, which is weird because you wouldn't really expect that in Masters, but whatever. My opponent is either 3300 or 3400 Masters from last season. I don't know what rank he is this season, but it really only depends on how much you've played. Last season sort of gives a more rounded view of their matchmaking rating. So, alas, I had the barracks up to catch that probe, but he's chilling out here. I think he remained there for a little bit, and I'm just scouting out to see if he was still in the base and failing miserably, as that was a couple seconds on my orbital command that I could have called down a mule. But the just behind this build, I have 2 guys in gas. No, that is not an issue that needs to be dealt with. But you see here, I have 75 gas. Interesting. What can I do with that? I can make 1 Marauder as soon as I get this tech lab out, and research combat shields. Epic win. And you don't have to waste another guy from mining because this is a fast expand build. Although on Shadow Temple, I spawn in the we're going to make this map in balance position. You can actually put a command center here. You can put a command center on every other ledge except for mine. It makes me sad just thinking about it. But the second I get this second Marauder out, you're gonna see some swap action, and I'm also gonna pop out a command center now that I have 480, or I should be popping one down. Should be popping one down. Failure in making SCVs there. I am not perfect. Far from it. And what's he doing? Because I haven't, I simply labeled this fucking epic match. I'm not going to tell you who wins, because you probably can't tell until the game screen's over. It's a really, really good match. Pretty even up. Yeah, he went, I know he went Robo first, but I guess it's a 2-gate Robo expand. As Robo openings have become increasingly popular on ladder, and as well as the 3-gate expand. 3-gate expand, you can sort of bone him with Cloak Banshees, but especially if we have close air positions, I think he just wants to be safe and get that Observer in. And I am known to rush Cloak Banshees, but I'm doing this build recently in all my TVPs, and it's been serving me pretty well. So aside from being supply block here, the general gist of this, and that's not for that long, the general gist of this is that I take the barracks that was on here, move it, create a reactor, and then put another barracks on this tech lab, research stim as soon as it's done, and meanwhile I put 3 guys on gas, make another geyser, and continue to transfer stuff off on that. I completely missed that. That's probably what was supply block. It's just a concussive shell poke, but you see how much mining time he's losing, and take a look at the income tab. 500 minerals down, that's pretty detrimental to him. And he even screws up coming back, but I was trying to kill that. I was trying to focus that sentry, but alas, I got 2 back. A little bit of pull micro on his part. That was a pretty good job. And he makes just Zealots. Surprisingly enough, Zealots and Sentries can actually kill Marauders. As well as Probes. Probes are beast against Marauders because they have such a slow fire rate. That's why Marines are really the counter to Zealots, as counterintuitive as it may seem. So yeah, he's throwing down his command center, or Nexus. I already have mine up. And take a look at the production again. Of course, in the new viewer patch, we constantly know our supplies, which is quite nice. And honestly, I think I definitely killed some of his probes, because with Chrono Boost he should be up at least 3 probes on me so far. But this is where this build really comes to shine, especially on close air spawn like this. So Nada likes to drop, Select likes to drop a lot, and it's really quite useful for the Colossus contains that they like to do. And this is, I disagree with this observer placement wholeheartedly. If he doesn't have this, or if he chooses to have it here, you should definitely put a pylon or 2 out on the ledge here. In worst case scenario, I'm going to pick them off with a drop, but in best case scenario, you can actually have his army here so he doesn't lose more fancy Aztec structures. Supply line there, a bit of a blunder. It's the second time this match. I'm just that good. So my hotkey setup is pretty general. I don't have an army tab yet because, quite honestly, I don't need one. I figured that he was expanding, and there's what the Colossus Bay is. You know, I never saw that Colossus Bay in the however long this match ended up being. He hit it pretty well. I give him props for that. But you can see Stim. You definitely research that as soon as you get your second gas geyser down and get these swaps on. And supply is one of those things, like you see I'm already maxed again after I double supply depots, so just keep making depots. Your army really gets pretty steep pretty fast. And generally, he likes to go 2 additional barracks before he gets the double engineering bay. I tend to go double engineering bay first because I like to play more macro-oriented games. And then here you see I'm trading off 1-1. But that double is quite useful. In case he's doing a timing attack off 2 base, like an early 2 immortal, not 2 immortal push, like 4 immortal push, have that there. And I'm also saving energy just in case of DT harass. Because I didn't see a Twilight Council, but that doesn't mean that there isn't one. I figured that he was getting Colossus, but because of my Marauder count early, it tends to provoke a lot of immortal aggression. So here's the 3 dropships, much better than 2. And I can afford that double medevac production even while getting the upgrade. Almost done. There we go. You can do it. So yeah, and there's my 4th one. Oh no, double engineering base. All right, epic win. So here you see I'm moving with the drop. I'm just going to stim up, try and pick off what I can pick off. Oftentimes they'll have Colossus back in their main base because they like to shoot out from the ledge there. And that was pretty worth it for me, I would say, all in all. I could have dropped again to take out the Colossus because he only has 1 Stalker. And this is something that I didn't react to fast enough, was the Zealot count and his favoring of Zealots in his army. It misrallied here. If I had known about that, holy crap. Missile turret almost picked him up. But I also like to get tech labs, like pure tech labs if they're going Colossus. If they choose to go Immortal, get 2 reactors and abuse the shit out of that fact, because reactor Marines are the absolute hard counter to Immortals. It's just devastating. They don't even stand a chance. It's just like Raffle Stomp GG. So I'm still keeping these 2 bunkers here and getting more supply depots, yeah, my supply is going to be creeping up even more, but we're actually pretty even. And he looks like he's gearing up to take his 3rd. I wanted to see his expansion timing on this, because there was a time, right, I think I threw it on a 3rd relatively soon. On this map, like it's the new Lost Temple, Shattered Temple is what this is called. And both my mineral patches are pretty saturated at this point. Still making SCVs, because that is the entire goal of the game. Will get you to Masters alone, learning to make SCVs and army units. But I like to take this base first because of the rocks guarding it. If you put a planetary fortress there, it's pretty safe. Unless I'm going tank and a TVT, then I just decided to take this because honestly you can just push out and control these chokes. With a couple siege tanks here, maybe 2 bunkers, and it's GG. A little bit of pro-press there as he finally goes to take the watchtower that I have so lovingly held for a very long time. Here we go. The double forge is a bit late, but I guess it's delayed since he's going Colossus. Usually the double forge, when they're doing gateway pushes, comes 3 minutes of game time, like around 10 minutes. So, 3 minutes early. And just in case he was gearing up to push out because of that probe placement, I decided to. And this is basically the key to this build. So he's about to push out. If we look at the army tabs, yeah. So I have a mineral advantage, but he has an advantage elsewhere. And you see he's popping back in. I don't think he has an observer. This is I really disagree with this. Oh no, he did have. He's making these massive observers there. And this is a kind of a blunder on his part. You definitely want an observer here. That's why I put the missile turrets to try and catch them as they come in. I should have put one here too, but just a little bit of harass. And you see the army value now? Yep. I was at a 4 supply lead, now I'm at a little bit more than 10 supply lead. So that's pretty much what you want to do. And this, meanwhile, I can get reactor count, if I can count up, and I'm even getting another reactor starport because he is favoring the Colossus quite a bit. Oftentimes you'll see them do a +1 timing attack. That's why it's usually good when you scout. Here we go, finally. And I think my missile turret's killed. Oh no. Yeah, I completely agree with this. Oftentimes, like, observers are so awesome of a unit, and it's surprising that you don't see more Protoss use them because they're so fucking cheap now since patch. There we go, third orbital command. No, I'm not going to get a planetary fortress, especially if I put it back here. PF there, guard the choke with units. I'm mobile enough that I can deal with that. So, gearing up for the big push, I have a fair amount of a supply lead, and fail in my keeping the units there. I'm just going to do a marine trap here. Marines or Marauders, it really depends. Marauder drops are more common, especially against Colossus, because you can get freebie. But you see here, I keep this Colossus back, I force him to make Stalkers, and this dropship. If this dropship dies, that was fail. That was kind of fail, but so was this. It just was like, hey, I'm gonna give you free Colossus, and I would freely donate supply to kill out all this Colossus because he's still on. Oh no, he does have a double robo. I think he gets a triple robo at some point. So I'm just trying to kite these Zealots and kill as many as I can. I don't want to land these Vikings yet because it's sort of be a lost cause with the Stalker count that he has, as they do increase damage to armored. And I'm keeping these up here, so I want to kite him back to my base. I can always fall back to these bunkers, and this is where this game starts getting pretty epic, as I think he has one Colossus that he didn't. No, I guess he's waiting for one to complete because I do remember there being a Colossus. But yeah, double producing Colossi is like holy crap, and he's even producing more gateways up to 5, and he has his gold up. I thought he went for the back expansion first, but I guess he didn't have that. So he is quite out expanding me at this point. And I should have made a couple more harvesters off of 2 base, but I stopped producing harvesters because I didn't really have a chance to get my 3rd up. I do like to save scans late game as because this is pretty much because I had 2 mules on this base. This is gonna mine out really fast, so this is really why there's a point where I stop making harvesters and then I start making them again. I'm gonna rewind quickly, check out that battle. Alright, here we go. Put that down again. So yeah, I'm just kiting it back to here. Vikings are not as bad on ground to ground as people may seem to think that they are, but I could have fought back at the bunkers here when he does choose to engage me, but he does have a high sentry count, which is usually something you see unless they're going gateway heavy is when they have Colossi, generally they're going to try and keep a couple sentries alive. I do try and focus them when I go in for harassment, but he never pulls the sentries back, which is pretty smart. A lot of people tend to box move when they're under pressure like that. And he does have the range upgrade for the Colossus, I would almost. Yeah, he does. And, oh, hey there. So going in, I had about a 15 supply lead. I'm probably going to lose some of that, but I see the Colossus there, so I don't want to land Vikings yet. And it was just sort of like a butt fuck by force fields. So I'm going to run in and try and snipe the 2 Colossus. And this was like one of the first oh shit moments for me. I did land that on a misclick, but that was unfortunate. So, pulling all my SCVs, could have pulled my mules back. It's best to double click the SCVs, but you see I have a couple supply depots here. They're not randomly placed, it's for Zealots. As he was favoring the Zealots, but unfortunately, I guess he dropped out on the Zealots and is going like mass stalkers. Like chugging along repair, but I don't quite have the minerals repairing at the point. So she's like, oh no. So I'm waiting for my, there we go. I'm waiting for this fleet to finally spawn in, as I can get pretty much that entire wave in one production cycle, and use my SCVs to try and clean them up. And here he chooses to go back with the Zealots. He could have killed a fair amount of SCVs and forced me to land these Vikings if he had pushed in with the Zealots and maybe some more, but here I had a countercrop going on. That's what it was. So, I'm missing a bit of harassment. Sorry about that. I played this game yesterday. Forgive me. And yeah, this is pretty much what. I mean, look at all this. He produced all of those stalkers and was forced to warp them into his main base. And the Zealots that he had here was forced to get back. This is something you really want to use because they have the Protoss have that warping mechanic, and I even got to see charge, which is nice. And I took out both of the Robos. Yeah, that's what I did. So that was huge. That was huge. Because this is the point where he switches to just Gateway, and unfortunately I didn't kill that fast enough and order my workers to go up there, sadly. He's floating a bit of minerals. I try and keep mine relatively low, but where is, oh, there they are. SCV train. I got to spot that pal and didn't do anything about it yet, and oh my god. Water from last night tastes like water from last night. But I'm quite thirsty. Ran this morning. I am up to, I thought I had 2 down here. No, not yet. I could probably support, I would say 2 more barracks. 7 is a pretty good number. Or 8, I guess, as I can't count. Don't try and queue. That's one big thing that people do a lot that is quite bad, because it doesn't matter as much when you're queuing Marauders. You'll see I rarely have more than 2 queued at once. But when you're starting to queue things like Thors or Battlecruisers, it's like you could probably get 2 command centers off of that amount of minerals that you have queued up. And here you go. I am just suiciding these in to kill them. Has upgraded Marauders 2-2. He has 2-2 as well. So we're pretty much even in the upgrades. And that was something that I didn't realize until late. But oftentimes, because of the low, mineral cost and low gas cost, especially when you're trying to produce something like Colossi, you're going to produce Zealots to try and clean up drops. Although Stalkers are more efficient, or Kydarian Amulet, High Templar, when they were patched in, and yeah, here we go. Adding the even more tech labs, and this is where I'm like, oh shit, I need to stop making Marauders, because his Zealot count is getting pretty fucking high. And here comes the Observers. He's still keeping these here, although, yeah, and you see every time he is moving out to show aggression, or showing aggression in any sort, I'm just gonna go in here, and you see I still have a high, I have this high Viking count, it's 8. So I'm gonna drop these in as soon as we finish, and then take these guys back to my bunkers, or my solo bunker. And I'm quite free to let those die, because they also serve as quite good meat shields. I probably should have put my SCVs the other way. Never ever be sorry to pull your SCVs, especially when you have 5 medvacs healing. They're low HP, but they are pretty good meat shields, not gonna lie. And I think there was this time where I have 3-3 and he doesn't quite have 3-3 yet. Yeah, this is it. No, he does. Alright, so we've been even in upgrades pretty much the entire time. But he is floating, he could have killed me. If he had had more gateways. How many gates does he have? Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, he does have gateway. It's just, yeah. That production cycle is just really brutal. Because Marauders produce relatively fast, but not as fast as Orphan Stalkers. But I find that Bio is much more viable in post-patch 1.3, where Kydarian Amulet was nerfed. Which was a necessary nerf, though. Not just as a Terran. I mean, Zerg and the main defense that a lot of Protoss had in complaining about the nerf was that they couldn't deal with drop harass effectively. But a recent trend at MLG was pretty much, I know In Control did it, but I'm trying to think of I think Whiplash did as well, or it was Whiplash Zerg, I forget. But the large majority of Protoss at MLG actually use Dark Templar to deter drops, which is like really quite useful, and I would never have really thought of that. So there will be TOS adapting to the changes in the metagame. I've never used Bio really for the past couple months in TVP. It's just so ineffective, my bad. And I always thought that he had this base up and running. I guess it's really Terran that's still, because I always floated to the island, even though it's not an island anymore. And those nexuses just dropped, next side just dropped like really quite fast. And you see, this is the mobility of Bio. Yep, look at that. That would have been a really good engage for me. I still didn't realize that he didn't have the Colossus done, and yeah, he's remaking the robo facilities. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, some counter drop action. So yeah, I unpowered his gateways, took out a fair amount of like 3 pylons, and this, you just have to abuse the immobility of the Colossus ball, but the other good way to do that is to not allow him to get Colossi, because you're constantly killing his fucking robo facilities he places here. I would have liked to see an even observer there. Nice. But here you see I am he attacked me whilst I was transferring reinforcements up to my old ones. And here I'm just trying to kite him back. I should have kited both of these back and movement in one big ball. But as soon as I see his pros, I'm like, alright, if I pull this off, then it's pretty much GG. And I am getting a fair amount of reinforcements here, and I do hope that I pull them sometime soon. There we go. And this is the clearing of the game. So that was GG, and I don't know, I thought it was a pretty back and forth epic game. That drops really won that for me. And probably am sub 100 APM. Nah, 88, not bad. But that's pretty much it. So if you guys liked it, if you'd like to see more, I'll probably post more. Not sure which channel I'm going to post this on, but Minecraft has been screwing with me lately, so I may supplement that with Starcraft on my alternate channel. But if I do decide to post on my main channel, tell me what you guys think. And I'll post the replay from Select's opening in, so you can watch him do it, probably better than me. And definitely better than me, sorry, my bad. And that's pretty much it. So, peace out. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Is there a Monday song? I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my moment. I'm sure there are many. We were talking about that at lunch the other day, but completely unrelated. Peace out, guys. Enjoy.